This is the EPLO iX7 MT Luxury Smart Bidet Toilet. What stood out to me right away is how it quietly takes care of the little things I never loved about a regular toilet, from cold seats and splashy bowls to that awkward reach for extra paper, and it turns all of that into a cleaner, calmer routine. I would put this in the fully integrated smart toilet category, the kind you see in modern homes where the bidet is built into the toilet from the ground up. I switched from a standard toilet with a basic attachment, and I am clearly the person this is for. I want better hygiene, I want less mess around the base, and I want simple, reliable automation that actually helps. If you want the benefits of a bidet without the compromises of a bolt-on attachment, and you care about a bathroom that looks clean and is easy to maintain, this is where it makes sense. The design does not try to shout for attention. It is tankless, with smooth curves and a long seat that feels supportive without feeling bulky. The whole thing is a single piece, which turns out to matter a lot when I clean. There are not many seams for dust to collect. The base is more compact than I expected, even though the overall footprint is larger than my old toilet. The lid opens and closes softly. The seat heating is even, without hot spots. There is a gentle glow at night, so I am not blasting my eyes with overhead lights. I care more about how easy it is to wipe down the sides and the back, and the one-piece construction makes that simple. It feels sturdy when I sit, and nothing creaks or shifts. Setup was easier than I expected, but it is a two-person lift. It weighs about 103 pounds, so I asked for help when moving it into place. The box included the wax ring, an optional flange, the mounting hardware, a remote control, and an installation card. I turned off the water, flushed out the old bowl, scraped off the old wax, and dry fitted the new base to mark the bolt positions. The instructions are clear. The only part that took me a minute was orienting the little filter in the bidet adapter line so I can access it later. I have moderately hard water, and being able to pull and clean that filter without tearing everything apart is a simple but important detail. This toilet needs power, so I made sure I had a ground fault circuit interrupter outlet nearby. Once it was bolted down, I connected the water line, plugged it in, and the unit ran a quick self-check. It paired to the remote without any fuss. From opening the box to first flush, it felt like a well-thought-out process. Heavy, yes, but straightforward. Daily use is where it earns its keep. I walk up and the lid lifts. I can trigger the seat with a quick foot kick on the sensor if I want it to lift too. The wash options are clear on the remote and on the side panel, and the unit responds quickly. The warm water is instant, which I appreciate because I am not wading through a blast of cold water. The nozzle extends smoothly, and I can choose rear wash, a front wash for a different angle, or a gentle moving pattern that covers more area. Pressure and temperature are easy to adjust on the fly. I settled into a favorite setting after a couple of days, and now I barely touch the controls. The dryer is strong enough that I use less paper than I used to. Not zero, but a lot less. The deodorizer kicks on quietly in the background. The bowl gets a quick rinse, and if I forget to hit flush, the sensor handles it when I step away. Core performance comes down to cleaning effectiveness, comfort, and consistency. The spray has a slightly gyrating motion that I find more thorough than a static jet. The pressure covers a good range. With my average home water pressure, I get a solid clean without feeling like I am being blasted. If you are chasing very high pressure, this might not be the most intense option, but for me, it strikes a good balance between comfort and effectiveness. The warm water never ran cold on me, even after longer sessions when I was dialing in settings. The heated seat stays at the temperature I set, and there is a small light-emitting diode display that shows real-time numbers for seat heat, wash water, and dryer, which is more useful than I expected because I can nudge it warmer or cooler without guessing. The flush is powerful and consistent. It uses about 1.28 gallons per flush, and I have not had to double flush. The noise level is lower than my old toilet during refilling, partly because there is no tank. The motor hums briefly, and then it is done. One feature I did not know I needed is the foam dispenser. It lays a soft layer of foam over the water before I sit. That cushion noticeably reduces splashback. With heavy drops it is not perfect, but it turns a messy moment into something manageable. The bowl stays cleaner between deep cleanings. The nozzle runs a self-clean before and after use, and there is a manual button for it as well. I still wipe the nozzle occasionally just to keep things fresh, but the built-in rinse does most of the work. I tested it in all the moments that usually reveal weaknesses. Early morning in winter, when the bathroom is chilly, the warm seat is a small luxury that I did not know would matter this much. Middle of the night, when I do not want to wake up the whole house, the night light guides me without turning on overhead lights, and the automatic open and close, plus the automatic flush, keeps everything hands-free. After a run, when I want a more thorough clean, the moving wash pattern feels more complete than a fixed stream. After a long day, when I am tired, I just tap the preset on the remote and let it do its thing. The experience is predictable in the best way. One specific use case for me has been during busy mornings when I am juggling coffee, emails, and getting out the door. I walk in, the lid opens. I use the rear wash with my saved temperature and pressure, then the warm air dryer kicks in. While it dries, I check my calendar on my phone. By the time I stand and step away, the flush happens, the lid closes, and I am done without touching anything. I use less paper, I do not spray room deodorizer, and I do not have to scrub around a clunky attachment that collects grime. It simplifies a part of the day that never felt optimized. There are small touches that show someone thought about real life. The side panel mirrors the essentials on the remote control, so if the remote wanders, I am not stuck. The foot kick sensor for lifting and flushing is incredibly practical when my hands are not free. The deodorizer runs quietly. The unit offers an energy-saving mode that dials back seat heating when I am away for longer stretches, and then it warms up quickly when I return. The bracket covers come in 2 colors, so the base blends in with light or dark floors. The bowl glazing is slick, so marks are rare and wipe off easily. None of these things are flashy, but together they add up. I do have a few nitpicks. The warm air dryer is strong for a built-in unit, but if I am in a rush, I still pat dry with a little paper to finish faster. The water pressure is plenty for me, but someone who only cares about maximum intensity might want more. Installation is not hard, but the weight means you should plan for help, and you really do need that ground fault circuit interrupter outlet. If you have very hard water, be ready to clean the little filter every so often. These are not deal breakers, just things to know up front. After weeks of daily use, reliability has been solid. The automatic lid still opens smoothly. The sensors have not missed a flush. The flush is powerful, and I have not dealt with clogs. The motor sound is soft and short. The seat heat is steady. The foam dispenser has never sputtered. The materials still look new, and wiping it down takes less time than my old setup because there are fewer edges and no attachment brackets catching dust. I think this smart toilet makes sense for anyone who wants the cleanest and most convenient bathroom experience without going into ultra-premium territory. If you are moving from a standard toilet or a basic attachment, you will feel the upgrade in the first day. From the heated seat and instant warm water to the way the foam layer cuts down splash, and the way the dryer reduces paper use. If you are already deep into high-end smart toilets, you might find the pressure ceiling a bit lower than the most aggressive options, but I still think the combination of comfort, thoughtful features, and easy maintenance makes this one stand out for daily life. If you want a cleaner bathroom with less hassle, and you like the idea of hands-free operation that actually works the way it should, this is an easy recommendation. I would happily keep using it as my daily driver. It does not try to impress with flashy specs. It just takes care of the routine in a way that feels modern, comfortable, and reliable. If you enjoyed this video and want more real-world reviews like this, please subscribe to the channel. Drop your questions or your own experiences in the comments, and I will do my best to reply. Thank you for watching.